Yo, YT is me, CTV. And good afternoon, wherever you may be. I have my first equipment review for y'all. First ever equipment review. And it's going to be on the Spud Inc. wrist wraps. If you don't know about Spud Inc., Mark Spud Barkley is the owner of SC Barbell. And that's the gym you usually see me doing all my weightlifting videos and stuff like that at. All right, so I get a lot of questions about these, and it's usually off social media where I get questions about these about the wrist wraps, and it's like, what are they for? Why do you use them? Well, my wrists are pretty thick, and I usually have a lot of when I'm lifting, I usually have some, it's not a ridiculous amount of pain or like pain where I can't, I'm not able to exercise, but they are good supporters for your wrist. And I'll show you real quick how to put them on. So, there's a little thumb hole here. You take it, you just wrap it around. That's what's gonna hold it in place. Oh, can you see it? And for exercises like, I don't know, maybe the pull up, especially pulling movements, that's usually where I have, the most wrist problems and stuff like that at. When I'm doing pulling movements like pull-ups and bent over rows, they're great for those exercises. Boom, and see, there you go. See, here we go. I also use them on heavy bench presses. Quick tip, the tighter you make this, the more it feels like the weight is not really in your hands. So that way you can concentrate more on the technique as opposed to how much weight. One of the things with big compound movements, and I'm guilty of it myself, one of the things we tend to do is we tend to focus on, how much weight is on the bar and stuff like that, instead of walking yourself through the technique as you're doing the exercise. And that's usually what makes a lift easier to complete, is if you just think about the technique instead of worrying about how much weight's on the bar and stuff like that. These are 80 centimeters. I think they have longer ones or shorter ones, but because my wrist's so thick, I got the 80 centimeter ones. So I'm gonna take this off. And a good way you can store it, once you take it off, you just roll it up. Boom. And guess what, ladies? They make this for ladies also. They even have nice pink ones. Susan, the co-owner, Mark's, Spud's wife, likes to use her pink one. She has a pink squat belt also. So they make these for the ladies too, and then boom. Makes for good storage. Doesn't really take up any room. Oh yeah. Spud Inc. wrist wraps. If you want my opinion, I don't own a pair of the what do you call it? I use it, the slingshot. If you own a pair, I don't own a pair of the slingshot wrist wraps, but I have used them before. And I'll be honest, these are actually better than the slingshot wrist wrap. Sorry, slingshot. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. Now, the actual slingshot that you've seen me using on the bench press, it's probably gonna be nothing compared to that. But when it comes to these wrist wraps and stuff like that, these right here legit. And this is the thing, slingshot wrist wraps, they'll go for probably about $30 or $40. These right here, I don't think they were no more than $20. All right, it was probably about $20. $15 to $20, I don't know. Sue me if I got it wrong, but $15 to $20 as opposed to $30 or $40, and they're actually better. I feel like they're better quality. So, if you feel like you need a pair of these, fellas and ladies, talking to both parties here, if you feel like you need a pair of these, then go to here we go. Here's the website right here. www.spud-inkstraps.com and get you a pair. All right. So that concludes my first equipment review. All right. If you like these kind of videos, please click like, subscribe, and make sure you reshare this video. Also, once again, I am now doing online coaching, so please dial 803-447-0050 for online coaching, or go to www.bodysmithfitness.com to get started today. All right? And make some gains. Y'all have a good weekend.